Hey folks, Champesk here bringing another audio commentary. Today between th000 and Remind. And this is going to be a best of 3 which I'm watching live. I'm just going to catch up to live speed, it should be any second now. And it's a best of 3 for Shadow League. Obviously these are sort of the supposed new school players. I think their definitions are a bit off, but it's Warden for Remind and Archmage for th000. So fairly standard stuff. In case you don't know, th000 plays human against all races except human, which he plays elf against. So we're getting a bit of lag here. Hopefully we'll get all caught up in a second and then it'll all be good. Yep, here we go. th000 now putting down the scout farm. Obviously you need it to be in range of the Tree of Life, and then if you can have it out front as well, that's quite good because it gives you a larger vision range. And pretty standard stuff at this point for both players. Obviously it's cross spawn, which I've done a lot of Turtle Rock commentaries, and very few have been not close spawn, just by coincidence really. And so I'll get to talk a bit more about the long game of this map a bit. And immediately 3 militia come out, as well as footman and the Archmage. Obviously the first footman went and chased down that wisp but didn't actually kill it, and Ryan's just leaving this wisp here to probably see what th000 does next. I imagine he's going to go and creep this camp here. Ryan now pausing the game to put on some anti-spike. Unfortunately I'm paused in a really uninteresting position, but on Turtle Rock what you tend to find is that expansions are pretty hard to get for the human, so we're quite likely to see either a tower push or a tech. It's complete cross spawns, so it might be quite tricky to do a tower rush. So we might see a tech, or we might see a expansion perhaps at the close potential spawn for th000. That's a possible place to expand, and it is possible to creep, especially if you get defend on your footman. It's not too hard to creep. And otherwise though, I think your mines are always so exposed if you try and expand here. Obviously the 4 in the middle are just so exposed. It looks like we're restarting the game here. Cloak of Shadows for th000, and what is it for Remind? Warden's already gone off. Mantle of Atonement, that's very nice. And we're probably going to see Remind just try and get a couple Shadow Strikes off on the Archmage. You can really do a lot of damage by doing just that. And a Wisp has now scouted, probably will get the Detonate. Yep, there it goes. Just to bring down the Archmage mana. He can still summon a Water Elemental though, and he probably should be careful now, because here comes the Warden immediately getting that first Shadow Strike in, and the Archmage th000 putting a line of militia and footmen between him and the Warden for a second. But as you can see, th000 just taking so much damage from these Shadow Strikes. You don't even need to get too many hits from the Warden off, because he's brought in an Archer now as well, which obviously can do a lot of damage. And Remind trying to get a block with the Archer but doesn't manage to, and has to run this Archer away now. I think it's going to get away fine, but the Warden, very low health, has enough mana for one more Shadow Strike, but I don't think he'll go for it because it won't kill the Archmage. Maybe he will go for it. No. It looks like he's just trying to block the Archmage, but doesn't manage to, and he does get the Archer kill in the end. So a bit sloppy there by Remind. But I think this is quite an exciting match, and the reason I'm deciding to do this one live is a Hunter's Hall, sorry, and we're seeing hunts, so it looks like we're seeing Warden hunts with no tech from Remind. The reason I decided to do this is that Remind's been playing amazingly recently. You probably saw my Grubby versus Remind best of 5 from a couple days ago, and he beat Lynn recently. He's really been playing excellently. I think in the last sort of 20 games or so he's only lost 1 or 2, and those are 2 undeads, where obviously the percentages slightly favour undeads. And th000 obviously just such a fun player to watch, always playing a bit differently than you might expect. And I can't actually unfortunately I can't tell if this farm can scout this Hunter's Hall. I don't think so, because it's night time. Unfortunately, since this game is live, I can't turn on Fog of War and check. But it looks like th000's going for some sort of tower push, maybe. He's bringing in lots of militia, but now he's turning them around. Now he's trying to do damage to this Huntress. But look, he has 8 militia here, so that's a lot. Maybe he's going to try and expand in this position here. But no, he's now sending these militia back. And immediately Remind probably just going to continue to mass Huntresses, and getting Shadow Strike on the Archmage. The Archmage forced to hide, and now being surrounded by the Huntresses, and Thu now dusting and then re-hiding. So these Huntresses are going to be forced to run away. The Warden still doesn't have a dust, but does have a Boots of Speed, which could be useful. A nice surround there on the Huntress, and 2 Huntresses have now gone down, and Thu's now almost level 3, and level 3 against Huntresses is just so important, because that level 2 Water Elemental does so much damage, and as you can see, Thu is teching. It doesn't look like he's going to be expanding. Against Hunts, obviously, it's such an aggressive thing that you want to be as sort of unexposed as possible, and the best way to do that is just to wait a bit, and Thu using a Clarity and then hiding so that he can't have it cancelled. That's quite nice, but gets dusted finally, and the Archmage is going to have to run back into his base. Thu now putting up a Lumber Mill, so he might go for a couple towers just for defense until he can reach tier 2 and get out a couple Sorks and maybe some Breakers or something. And both these Ancient Wars are uprooted, so maybe he's going to start teching in a second. Not enough gold to tech at the moment, but maybe Remind's decided that this isn't going to work because a very good use of Militia by Thu. And this is actually going to detract from his economy a fair bit. Surprisingly, he's brought out the Militia this far, especially considering Remind shouldn't lose anything. It's very easy to micro Huntresses. And the Archmage, at fairly low hit points, being chased around by the Warden. Both of them have boots. Thu can still hide, but actually the Militia being brought back and just sort of getting a bit of a block there on the Warden. But the Warden still gets one more Shadow Strike off. And the Archmage, so close to level 3, and has been for a while, tries to hide, but just gets dusted again. I'm not sure what the point of that was. 24 hit points on the Archmage, 19, and has to TP away because the Warden was very close, and now running in, and we'll just get, tries to get one more hit. Very nice block there by Thu, but does get one more Shadow Strike off, and the Archmage does go down. Very nice play there by Thu, but unfortunately he couldn't get the complete surround. Thankfully he's still level 2. He never actually got level 3, which means that he's going to revive a bit faster, but I'm not sure if too much damage will be done in this interim point. Blacksmith's been built in the back, so we're going to be seeing Rifleman coming out as well, possibly. Arcane Sanctum going down now. He is now tier 2. He might go for a Naga second, because obviously he's not going to be able to start his Mountain King for a while yet, and also Mountain King against Huntress isn't amazing. But actually, Remind never started teching. He rerouted his Ancient of Wars and was building a Tree of Life as well. He brought one around just so he could creep a bit, and still at tier 1, still 0-0 upgraded. I imagine he might get some upgrades. Yeah, there they go there actually. He's bringing back his Warden to heal, and he has so much moon juice because he just hasn't been back. He's been very economical with it, and that's going to help him out to a great extent. And this Tree of Life now up, and we'll be able to set up his expansion. And since he just has such an aggressive start, actually Ancient Protector going down there as well. I think this expansion is going to work wonders for Remind. I think Remind is pretty much in control of this game at the moment, even though he has a tech disadvantage. It's currently 37 food to 76, and Thu's actually getting a Mountain King, despite what I said, which is going to mean that he's going to have to play fairly passively for the next little while as well. Setting out one Scout Footman, just while he builds up his army of casters, and level 4 on the Warden now, and Mana Pot as well, Greater Mana Pot, which is just so useful against the Archmage, because he's just going to be able to spam Fan of Knives and Shadow Strike until the Archmage is dead. And Archmage now venturing out just at the time that the Wardens and the Huntresses are about, and immediately realizes he has to go back. Only one priest yet. I'm surprised he doesn't have more casters, just considering his 2 sanctums. But there's a Sork there, so I guess they're going to come out slowly. And I'm not sure if Thu will now go for Rifleman as well. It doesn't look like it. He did build that Blacksmith, but it doesn't look like he's going to use it. Little fight here, and Thu's really bringing Militia. Oh, they're already coming in. And Clap first for Mountain King. That's actually a very good choice. Obviously Bolt isn't great against them, but this Mountain King really getting focused down, and it looks like he being blocked by his own units, and having to run away. Slow being cast on the Warden, but Warden uses a Mana Pot, gets a Shadow Strike off on the Mountain King, but it's just not enough. And this Mountain King sort of lingering about. He doesn't want to come back in until he has the requisite mana, and Bicyclarity and a healing potion, just so he can quickly get back into this game. But he's taken a lot more damage from that Warden, and gets one more clap in, but has to run away, and it looks like he might go down. 23 hit points on him, and meanwhile, the level 2 water elementals obviously just wreaking havoc. 1-0 upgrades on the Huntresses, but the Mountain King does go down to that Shadow Strike eventually, and not looking very good for Thu. He has one tower, but it's not upgraded at the moment, and just a couple more casters coming out, but he needs to be careful now. And I imagine the expansion's now up and running. Yes, it is. It has 3 wisps in it and more are building. And Remind's now started his tech as well, so he's playing it safe. Mountain King reviving. And sorry, I was saying about the Mountain King is that while Bolt isn't very good against Huntress's Clap is actually fairly good because, well, one, you can get a lot of mana from the Brilliance Aura, and two,